It's Tuesday, November the 8th, Election Day. I hope everyone's going out and voting and thinking about our country more than the candidates. I mean, our country is something we need to save. Our country for the past 8 years has been really put down by the current administration, apologizing for everything we do and stuff. We've lost our reputation in the world. So I hope everybody's doing the right thing this election day. And that's all I'm going to cover on the election day. Alvin's in from Washington State. We're in here hunting today. We'll go out early and I'll go and vote. Alvin's already voted before he came in from Washington. And I'm sitting in Jerod's secondary tree stand. There's 5 scrapes here on this ridge leading to his tree stand. I've already seen one spike come through. That was at 7 o'clock, and it was here to my left, about 40 yards. Of course, I let it go on by. But this is a good little ridge. It's not far from where we park. It was purposely put here because of, over the years, the different sign we've seen. Alvin's hunting in his stand, and of course he doesn't have his radio, so I don't know if he's seen anything. That spike was headed his direction, but I don't know if it was going to go up to his spot. But the only bad thing about sitting here, you hear a lot of road traffic. That's how close we are to the road. And it's just a little old one-lane Delta route, I think is what they call it. But it's a lot of traffic on that road. But I'll pan around here and give you a view of this area. That's the end of the ridge right there. You come around and that spike, when he come through right, let me see if I can get my finger right about in that, into that holler, and then he come up to the left and come up just behind that, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a laurel bush right there. He was right behind it. He went across and went back out that way. But this is the area. It's a real nice area. In fact, right out through there is where I missed a spike my first year using a crossbow. But this is it. And my secondary tree stand is way on out through there, around that hill. And it's on a deer trail. But I hunted it Saturday evening and didn't see nothing. But like I said, we're going to give it a good try here. We're going to hunt till about 10:30, and then we're going to pull out, go home. I'm going to vote, grab us a bite to eat, come back in about 1. Of course, you know, this is West Virginia, and when Sunday was, or Saturday night, Sunday morning was daylight savings time ended. So now, instead of getting dark around 6:30, it's like 5. I'm trying to remember what the sunset is. I think it's 5:30, something like that. So it gets dark earlier now on us. So I'm going to, don't have a camera arm here. I'm hoping I can figure out a way to set up a camera just in case something comes in, but no camera arm. It's going to be kind of hard to get a shot of an actual harvest. But, you know, if I do get one, you'll know it. I'll video tracking it at least. In the recovery. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this camera off, put it up, and pull at the old grunt tube. We should be getting into the early signs of the rut, especially seeing those 5 scrapes. Those 5 scrapes, Saturday before last, they was not here. On Thursday this week, no, Thursday week before last, we'd had a rain. The leaves wasn't really falling real good. We had a good rain on Thursday. So there was a lot of leaves down, and we come in here on Saturday. We checked this spot when we were coming out for lunch, and there was 5 scrapes, fresh, no leaves. So he had to make it sometime between Friday and Saturday at noon. So we know the activity that's the first sign we found. So it looks like in this neck of the woods it's just getting underway. So shut the camera off. That's my report for this morning. I'm hoping Alvin is seeing something. He has his cell phone. He can text me, but I haven't heard nothing from him. But we'll see what happens. Well, it's 9:15. Just got a text from Alvin, and he just busted a doe. I told him if he needed any help, let me know. I think I just now got a text message from him. Like I said, he forgot his radio, or he can't find it since he moved. And so he's using his cell phone to text me. I'd sent him a message, told him to let me know if he needed help. And he sent me a message back saying 10-4. So 9:15, and he's got a doe hopefully down. I haven't seen nothing since that spike went through. I've seen some squirrels and some chipmunks, and that's been it. I'd planned to come out here about 10, just come out of the tree about 10, so I can get out of here and get home so I can go do my patriotic duty and make America great again. And I'm debating on where to go ahead and get down just in case he needs help, but not knowing which way that doe went. One year he had one come right out here where I'm sitting right now in Jerod's second tree stand. So I don't want to really get down, and possibly if she's not down yet, I don't want to get down and maybe push her somewhere. So I may just sit here until he let me know that he's retrieved her already. But wanted to give a heads up. I'm hoping it was a good shot. Just a few weeks ago we thought Jerod had got a buck, a spike, and come find out he just grazed it. There was no blood on there or nothing, just a little bit of hair, and there's some hair where the deer was standing. So I'm hoping he made a good shot, and it's a short recovery. I'll film some more whenever I get up with him. Alright, Big Al has done it again. Got him a nice big doe. I can't remember, it was just a little after 9, wasn't it?
16 minutes after 9.
16 after 9?
Yep.
Okay, but look at the wound of this thing. Don't let nobody fool you about rage broadheads. That's in the shoulder. That is in the shoulder.
And I got complete pass-through, too.
Got complete pass-through. Well, tell us the story.
Well, I was sitting in my tree stand, and it was 16 minutes after 9, and she come through, and she stopped and looked behind her, and I thought maybe a buck was behind her, so I waited, and another one come in behind her, just about her size, and then a little one come in behind her, and I was like, well, this is my chance. And she was 30 yards away. I pulled down on her and shot. She turned and darted, and the other two took off, and I went down and see what damage I may have done. Looked down, and actually I found my arrow, this one right here, complete pass through.
Yeah.
You can tell it's got good solid shot on it. There's no green marks where there's no gut shot or anything.
You look at that rage broadhead. Now it'll do the job.
Yeah. There's no damage to it either. It's not broken or anything.
Yep, you just need a new little rubber O-ring.
Yep. And that's it. She went 60 yards and fell.
Bowtech Assassin and Rage Broadheads. Wicked team.
Yes, it is. It most certainly is.
Well, pick that head up there. Alrighty, there we go. Congratulations, Alvin.
Thank you.
I know you had to get one.
Yes.
What, over a 2,000-mile trip from Washington State all the way back here just to bow hunt?
2,700 miles, yeah.
2,700 miles.
Yep.
Yeah, congratulations. I'll get my camera out here and we'll take some still photos.
All right.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's 2:25. Alvin and I are back in here again. Of course, Alvin's done for bow hunting. He killed his doe this morning. Of course, you've seen the video of it after he got it back to the truck. And the thing was, though, he forgot to get online since he lives in Washington State near Seattle. He forgot or didn't think about it, but he doesn't have an extra bow stamp. So he's in here, he's squirrel hunting. Plenty of them. We need to thin them out. But he's over here with me. I'm back in Jerod's tree stand for an evening hunt. Of course, it's going to get darker earlier, a little after 5. And so it gives me about 3 hours to hunt. But we're going to try it again. You know, there's some deer movement this morning. Seen that spike. Had 3 come in behind me running. Now, me and Alvin talked, and I think I know what it was. He said that doe had 2 with it. And when she come out and presented a shot and he took it, the 2 ran to his left into the holler, which is directly behind me. But he didn't see a 3rd one. And then she went out towards the knoll. It's a flat ridge going to a big high knoll. And that's the way she went, about 60 yards, and fell. So we kind of theorized was when he finally got down out of his stand, them 2 were still over there. And when he got down to his stand and started walking towards her, they took off, and whatever the 3rd deer was in there just picked up with them and started running too. And they run in here behind me and around to my left and right out through the edge of the woods there along the power line right away. So I don't know if you really call that movement or not, but I mean, he got a doe and there was 2 there, and I'd seen that spike, so we're going to give it a try. You know, like I said, our observations here is, and talking with another bow hunter just before I came in here, our observations is the rut is just getting started. They're just now making scrapes. They're just now making rubs. Like I said, where I'm hunting, there's 5 rubs in here, or 5 scrapes in here, and we seen 3, I think it was 3 rubs. So, you know, wasn't nothing chasing that doe that Alvin got. So they're just getting started. So later this week, maybe next week, it's going to be prime time. It may fall on the opening week of gun season, which would be great. I only remember 1 year, maybe 2 years, of actually hunting during rifle season that the chasing part of the rut was going on. And we all had opportunities at bucks. I think we got buck fever that 1 year because we all had shots, but we never got nothing. So, and that was on a Monday. So I'm going to get the camera turned off. Again, there's no camera arm here, so I don't know if I'll be able to capture, you know, me getting one if one comes in. But I'll turn it on just as soon as I know if I've got one or not. So I'll get this thing shut down and get calmed down, get relaxed, and set in for a hunt. Oh, it's about 5 o'clock. Sunset's at 5:19. And with it being cloudy out, it'll get darker earlier. All I've seen has been a few squirrels in around this area. I've used deer bleat. I've used a grunt tube, and haven't seen any action. There goes a squirrel running to a tree, and he jumped up on the side and he was getting ready to start barking. But I haven't seen anything other than them squirrels. I know when I came in here just a little after 2, it was like 62, 63 degrees. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Like I said, had that spike come in this morning, and then had them 3 deer run behind me and off to my left. Not close enough for a bow shot, just enough to see them. Alvin got that doe. That was all this morning, anywhere between 7 and he shot that doe at 9:16, and I'd say it was about 9:30 when them 3 come running by me. And of course we was out of the woods by 10:30, and I got his deer to the processor, got back over here about 1, come back in the woods just a little after 2. So I don't know if they're waiting for it to get dark to come out, or we're just in the wrong place and they're traveling somewhere else. But I got about another 45 minutes and then I'm out of here. Show you the area. I don't know if I showed it in the earlier video clips or not. It's a nice spot, and right there, there's a scrape right there, and then there's 4 more on out this ridge. And I've seen deer traveling that knoll up there, around about 3/4 of the way up from here. They'd be up there traveling around it. So if we're not successful today, I'll be back out here Friday. Friday will be Veterans Day, and I'm off work. So we'll just have to see what happens. Good morning, everybody. It's November the 12th, Saturday. Jerod and I are in here bow hunting, hopefully after a big buck, but I think Jerod's going to take whatever comes in front of him. I haven't turned the camera light on because it's just now 6:30, and it's just getting light enough to see. I don't want to spook anything. But we're in here for the whole day. The rut should be getting started pretty good. So Jerod hunted Thursday morning, I think it was, and he had a buck in there where he was at, but it was too early in the morning. He couldn't see it, but he heard it grunt several times. By the time it got daylight, he was gone. He didn't see it. So we're in here and going to give it our best shot. I'm hunting out Alvin's stand today. Jerod's hunting out his secondary tree stand. So I'm hopefully going to try to hold off for a buck, but I may take whatever walks in front of me. So just wanted to tell you we were out here this morning and we're trying to get it done. Beautiful sunrise too. 8:30. I've already had 4 does come in behind me. They come from over to my left up out of this holler on the other hillside, but they wasn't coming this way. They went around in behind me, across this little ridge. I don't know if you can see it or not, but crossed that ridge right out through there and went over into that select cut. So deer are moving this morning so far. Might still be moving. I just have to wait and see. Like I said, that was around 7:45 and it's 8:30 now. But 3 come across first. They didn't waste no time getting across that gap right there and over into that select cut. And then about 5 minutes later, a 4th one come through following the same path and went the exact same direction and went down in that select cut, which is really wide open. And that select cut ends up going into a clear cut. But they made a beeline for that area. Now they may have went down the holler and went right into the laurel thicket down there in the bottom along the creek. I don't know. But deer are moving. I know when we got here this morning, I don't think I told you what the temperature was. When we got here this morning, it was 30 degrees. And it's still cold even though the sun's up. But just want to give that report. I haven't heard nothing from Jerod, so I don't know if he's seen anything or not. So I'll just keep my eyes open. Maybe something will cross here in front of me. Let me pan around and give you a view of Alvin's spot. Now, of course, I'm sitting in his tree stand today. Okay. Now, them deer were over there on that hillside, and they crossed back behind the tree stand. And then you got a holler there. A little point right there goes down into a hollow. Then there's a hollow on the other side of that. Then you got a low gap right there. And then on out through there is flat. Then there's a knoll right on it out through there. Now I don't know if the sun will glare this. Yeah, it is. You can't see that select cut that well, but you can back through there. But them deer crossed right up. I can't see real good, the sun's glaring, but right up there there's a pine, a young one, and they all 4 crossed right there. But they crossed across the top there and went over there, and I never seen them top that hill over there, so I'm assuming they went down in the hollow. And when they get down in there, like I said, it gets into a thicket down through there. So, but this is Alvin's spot, and of course, you know, he got one on Tuesday, so he didn't have an extra bow stamp, so his archery hunting is over with. And of course, next Sunday we'll be leaving to go to camp for our upcoming rifle season. So hopefully we'll have some good luck up there. Afternoon, everybody. Jerod and I are back at our primary tree stands. We went out about 11 o'clock and hadn't seen anything other than them 4 that I seen at about 7:45 this morning. But this is pretty much, now Jerod might get to come out here sometime in the mornings next week, but pretty much this is our last full day in here hunting, because we'll be leaving to go to our camp for the rifle season. So we're pulling cameras and stuff like that out of here. You know, we don't want this stuff in here while we're gone for, you know, rifle season. So we decided, well, we'll just go ahead and hunt in here this evening. We didn't hunt in here last Saturday, and Tuesday I didn't hunt out in here. And of course I was off Friday. I didn't hunt at all Friday. So I'll try this evening and see if anything happens. It got up about 51 degrees. And we had dressed warm. And of course walking in here, we didn't bring a side by side. Walking in here from where we hunted this morning, it's kind of a, not a hard walk. It only takes about 15 minutes to get out here, but with the layers of clothes we got on, kind of sweated a little bit. So we're going to hunt in here until dark and see what happens. Hopefully I'll have something to report back later. The sun will be setting in about half hour, and then we'll have about maybe 15-20 minutes left to hunt. I don't know if you can see the sun back through there or not. It's still shining over on that hillside. Haven't seen nothing here except for some squirrels.